This is something y'all don't seem to understand. People who own no assets are about to be destroyed. You got to own assets, whatever it takes, and not depreciating assets like cars or useless junk. You need real assets. Because if you don't have assets in the coming years, you are going to be ruined. You most likely already are in poverty if you have no assets, but you are going to be in extreme poverty if you own no assets within the next 5 to 10 years. Extreme poverty. You don't want to know what that entails. That entails starving your ass off because you can't afford food, living on the streets like a stray animal. Yeah, that's what's coming up.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here. Great atmosphere.
Besides fine wine,
Whatever.
the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved.
Oh, nice.
But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Teyvat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine.
Yo, what's up,
The weather
Insomnia?
is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold, the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide.
Yeah, I don't really like the story of this game.
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow.
Huh.
Why
They're all the
brings
same
she
people.
these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information?
Okay.
Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it.
Okay then.
These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value.
In children's show, Miraculous Ladybug.
Merely grasping 1 or 2 of them will surely gift you.
Tianquan
Yeah, I'm not a
really
fan of
local
the story
pub.
in this
At
game.
last I have...
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the well,
She's got
In concrete
horns on her
terms,
head.
Ningguang sent you?
My apologies, you
Let's
who
just
have
skip
returned from
all
Jibat. I
this.
have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you. She
Oh,
invites you
nice.
to her.
An official invitation.
Lady Ningguang said, invite her to come. I wish to meet at the Jade Chick.
Okay. Can I go now?
And
Fuck!
with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared. What we've received will be meeting people that have
You'd best.
Don't worry.
Now let me go. Granny Shan. Alright, where should I go? Oh, let me see if I can get what I need. I need 2 of those things. I got 1 of them. I just need 1 more. No, I need 2 more still. Shit.
Rattan furniture is made from strands that are smooth, thin, and strong like silk. Furniture like that can be just as precious as a silver family heirloom. That's no exaggeration.
Yeah, whatever. The silver family heirloom. I don't know how to get to this other area. There's like a massive part of the area of the map I'm missing. But I've nearly explored, I think like 75% of the map. So I'm getting through it.
Swift as the swallow.
And every night we ride in the back of a blue Corvette.
Butterfly.
I can't believe that song came out in 2018. I thought that song came out in 2013. I just learned that the other day.
Hell's be gone. I didn't feel that. Orders given. Orders received. Closing in.
I think I already got the chest for beating those guys. How do I get to the other part of the map? I don't understand it. Whoa. Let's crash the party. Oh, that guy's healing him. Down from there.
Closing in. Dancing in the wind.
Yeah, I don't know where to go. So I should be going out that way? Whoa. Yeah, I need to go out that way. Look how far that island is, though. That looks so far away. How do I do that? I'm confused. Maybe there's like some type of ship around here that I can get on. They just couldn't make it land connected, could they? They had to separate it. Okay. I need to get out that way. There's a boat out there. Oh shit. Hold on. That wasn't very smart of me. I gotta swim all the way to that and then I gotta climb up it. Hopefully I got enough stamina. Okay, yeah, I got enough. Where's it going? What's that noise?
Just a moment. Let's tally this up.
I'm just gonna fly out to that ship.
Up and fly.
Oh! Look at that guy just fell down.
Up and away.
Up and away! Don't know if I can make it, but I'll try. Oh! Oh, I'm going down faster than I thought I would. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe I can rest here for a sec. There we go. I think I can climb that. There we go. Who the heck are you? You think you can just come barging? Uh-oh. You arrive on board the ship. You're the traveler. What are you doing here? Just looking around. Looking around? You think you can waltz in here and look at whatever you please? You know what this place is? Forget it. It's pointless. Oi, someone get over here. Tie up this busy body and feed him to the fishes. Alright. What's all the ruckus? You pretending to be important when Bidu's not around again? This troublemaker snuck in here, presumably up to no good, and I thought I would just deal with this for Bidu, however you say that name. Alright, stop scaring people. If Bidu found out you were just trying up anyone who came in, you'd be the one being dealt with. But this troublemaker should pay for sneaking onto the ship, right? Our ship isn't just for people to come and go as they please. Yes, I must answer for my crimes. How should I make it up to you? I have an idea. Bidu has anchored the ship here while she goes into the city for business. We can't leave the ship without her orders. And the rest of the fleet is on patrol at sea, so they can't help us now. But some of the crew has errands in the city that they haven't been able to run. If you really want to make it up to us, go around the ship and see who needs help. You seem to be quite interested in our ship anyway, so explore a bit while you're helping out. Okay, so this is probably how I'm going to get to the other areas. So I should probably do these quests. Is there a chest down here?
Yep.
Stock of herbs is running a bit low.
Okay. I'm just looking for missions.
What a bountiful home.
Yeah, so that's the area I need to get to. Looks like a couple islands out there.
Herbs is running a bit low.
Waves are as calm as always.
Only way to get to those is with the ships.
Ahoy there!
Yep.
Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything to do on here. I wish there was a waypoint on this ship so I didn't have to fly to it again. Okay. I'll try to continue with the main storyline then. There we go. Gotta get up there.
Closing in. Swift as the swallow.
One more up here.
Up and away.
Let me get this guy now. Where's he going?
Yeah.
How do I get through this? Probably go around and under? Can I fit under here? Oh, I can. Ha!
Yep. Yeah.
Oh no! No, 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 no. Get back there. Okay, how do I get around this? Can I just jump it? Yeah. Oh no, the chest is down there.
Just a moment. Let's tally this up.
There's one of those things up there too. How do I get to that? What are you doing? What's going on?
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber!
The cutscene's broken. It activated the cutscene, but I wasn't on top of the cliff. What the fuck?
This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
Okay, I don't
Since we went
care.
look around, there
I was trying to collect something, motherfuckers. Oh, and they just teleported me right up here. This is not where I was. Bullshit. The cutscene activated in the cave. You're supposed to activate on top of the hill. Just about to get that thing too. Where's it going? Where's it going? Hold up. Let me try something.
Oh, how
Oh. Cool. How do I get up there though?
all in a day's work.
I don't have any way to get up there. Where'd the blue thing go? I don't even know where it went.
This will be interesting.
Closing in. You asked for it.
This will be frozen in time. Dodge this.
Up and away.
Got that guy. Bounce down on this guy. Hey, I got the chest.
Right.
Boom! Just fell off the cliff. That didn't. Oh, yeah, I killed him. Great, what's this guy want? So bored, need someone to play with. Okay, I don't care. Hide and seek? This dumbass wants to play hide and seek. But it tells me where he is on the mini-map, so I'm assuming I gotta... It's more of a race than hide and seek. Wait, he's up there? There's no fucking chance I'm getting up there in that amount of time. Hell no, I'm not even gonna try that. There's no way. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I'm not gonna climb up that time though. How did that fat ass even climb that? Yeah, right. I'm skipping this shit. It's probably gonna teleport me back to him once the time's up. What? Yeah, it did teleport me. Bunch of bullshit.
gone. Close it in.
They needed to upgrade the internet.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Water versus ice.
Fly. Whoa! Can I have some? Spread the luck around.
Search for a way up to the Jade Chamber. Oh no, he wasn't up at the Jade. I see, the fat guy wasn't up at the Jade Chamber. That's where I need to get to. These guys probably want to fight. Yep.
Closing in. Dancing in the wind.
Got him already.
Want a taste of my hammer?
Hands where I can see them. Stop right there.
Should replace my hammer.
Ills be gone.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Just a moment. Let's tally this up.
Alright, good shit. What's my adventure rank? Oh, I'm still not close to 34. I need to get to 35. Another chest.
Up and away!
Drop your weapons.
Life goes on.
I will end you.
Closing in.
Oh,
Freeze! This is bad. So sorry. I guess this is it.
Up and away!
This one's well
Is the swallow. Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Wait a warning. Justice will prevail.
I don't know why this doesn't have so much health. But at least I got the chest.
Wasn't there something in here a second ago?
Nice. Get that to 60. Wait, can I? Yeah, I really need to get to adventure rank 35, then I'll be able to do so much level up. But the thing about that is then my world level will go up, and all the levels of the monsters and stuff will go up, so it doesn't even matter. Leveling up in this game doesn't even matter that much, because everything levels up with you. It's kind of annoying.
Rise. Dancing in the wind.
Alright, get him. Oh yeah, the ice is good, super conduct. Once I bring the ice out, take this guy out first though.
Butterfly.
Dodge this. There we go.
Don't get
There
frostbite.
we go. Oh yeah, he's that's that.
This isn't good.
Just a moment. Let's tally this up.
Oh man, let's tally this up. Let's get it. Come on.
Yeah.
More of them.
Elves be gone. Closing in.
Screw you.
Orders given. Orders received. Butterfly.
Oh, it takes long. He's got way too much health.
Something's off. Dancing in the wind. Life goes on.
Heal up a bit. Now land, yeah, it's all healed up. Oh,
Stop right there!
oh, oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
Justice will prevail!
Justice will prevail.
Rise.
Heal her back up.
Yeah.
Oh. Dancing in the wind. So this guy, yeah, he was spinning. It's like one of his attacks. Oh. Oh, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Kind of like my dick. Alright, let's keep going. glass. Bada bing, bada boom. So theoretically, in 20 minutes, I'll be at an hour, which will probably be another 10 gigabytes of YouTube storage down the drain. Sorry, YouTube. We're entering a recession. Y'all are gonna have to keep putting up with all the storage that I take up. Sorry, YouTube. You can just fire a few employees, they'll make up for it. Time for mass layoffs. Let's go.
Ills be gone. Closing in.
Dodge this! Ha! Ha! Ah!
Oh, damn. My laptop is so hot right now. Look at that beautiful sunset. Let's open this. Let's see what my GPU's at right now. So it's not letting me move. My CPU's at 95 and GPU's at 86. Yup, it's definitely hot in there. I'm so shocked that this laptop isn't fried by now. That's why I got the PS5, because I thought if I kept gaming on this laptop it would get fried. And I imagine it's not gonna make it to 2026, this laptop. If it does, I'm gonna be so shocked. And people say replace the thermal paste, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, that costs money to buy more thermal paste, and I know thermal paste is cheap and shit. I'm not taking the laptop fully apart to replace some thermal paste. And this laptop, it's not outdated, but it wasn't the most powerful laptop to begin with. Let's put it like that. And this laptop's like 1 year, 6 months old now, is when I got it. The actual laptop probably came out 2 or 3 years ago. So it's kind of getting outdated now in a sense, and it wasn't the most powerful when I got it. So, plus I do streaming off it, I don't just do gaming. So I'm really shocked the laptop isn't fried by now. Sometimes I think it gets up to 100 degrees Celsius. It's not even that hot in my apartment right now. Like, imagine how hot that CPU gets. It's at 95 degrees Celsius right now. That probably gets up to 100. And the GPU probably gets up to 90. And I know laptops are built a bit differently so they can handle hotter temperatures, but from my experience in PCs and Bitcoin mining and stuff, you never want your GPU or CPU to get over 80. And my GPU gets to 90 and my CPU sometimes gets to 100, so it gets a lot hotter than it probably should. So I'm shocked it's not fried by now. Because those little transistors in the CPUs and GPUs, they're so small. You think they'd be super fragile and break under hot temperatures. They're made of silicone, so you think they would like break or melt under hot temperatures because they're so small. But no, it's still hanging in there. I give this laptop probably 5 or 6 months. Sadly, I do need it. I need it for watching shows and stuff. Like, what am I gonna do? Watch my shows on a PS5 or a phone? That's trash. So, I don't know what I'm gonna watch movies and YouTube on once this laptop breaks. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. No. No, I'm so close. I've already made it up there. It's not on this side. And the only reason I play this laptop still is because the streaming quality is way better. They don't let you adjust the bitrate on the PS5. That's the only reason I still play this laptop, is because streaming's way better. Yeah, the PS5 doesn't let you adjust the bitrate, and it doesn't let you stream above 1080p. It's pretty garbage. The quality's like 5 times better when I stream on my laptop. I don't think I can jump that. Let's see. No. Just get the ledge. He's not very good at grabbing ledges. Like, grab the ledge. You dumb motherfucker. I should be able to climb it from this side. Let's go back up here again. What the fuck? I made it though. What was that bullshit? I made it. That was some bullshit. I fucking made it. Didn't want to stay up there. Whatever. Where's all the shit at? One Piece curry cooking tutorial. Alright, let's climb up it. Look at that background. What? Stay up there. Yeah, like that. Oh, how am I gonna get around that? Shit. Go to this ledge. Go this way. Come on. Just a random bush right there. I miss climbing hills in real life. My hometown used to have a lot of hills. Haven't been to my hometown. Probably 8 years. Rolex on my wrist, I don't want to deceive her. got her screaming, baby, baby, just like Justin Bieber. What's this?
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy.
I see that.
Since this is the right place,
Skip.
yes, this must.
Skip. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Wait, don't these lunge you forward? Let me try. What the fuck? It didn't stay. What are you talking? I gotta plunge down into it. I guess it doesn't stay. So get all the way up. And then let's plunge down into it. Come on. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was. Huh? Why? Or. Alright, let's. Oh. It looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista.
Why does it look unrendered?
Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chain? Oh.
It was unrendered.
Oh, that's. Now that you mention it.
I didn't render it properly.
Whoa! Can I have some? Spread the luck around.
This thing again.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Nick. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber. Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Like they some dominoes.
Up and away!
Freeze!
Life goes on. Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Got him. Round 2 incoming.
Who goes there?
Of course, that round 2. You just had to.
You asked for it! Final warning!
Go. Fast.
Where did he go? He's gonna fall off. That was a lot of damage. Is that it?
To arms!
Another one?
Dancing in the wind.
Nope. Be finished already. Who are they? Give me it.
Who goes there?
What?
Take the target alive!
More of them?
Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
Flip and fly.
Flip and fly.
Ills be gone.
That's it. That's all of them.
Stop. What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
Yes.
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Qixing. Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? Aslan, no.
Well,
Aslan,
as
no.
it happened,
Who?
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing.
It's another like cat
I
girl.
know of you, traveler.
Fuck.
You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
Yeah.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you
Yay.
say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover. I'll say it like it is.
Okay.
Well, you've got to... Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. The cream of Liyue's mercantile
A
Favor?
good listener? How can you be a good listener?
Wait, that's right.
All right. You can decide on your... You didn't actually have to... Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, that Yuheng may not...
Oh.
So, what should we give to Ningguang when we... Oh, right! Paimon has a feeling that if... Why don't we go with that for a gift?
Okay.
Nope! But let's go gather ingredients!
Sure, whatever. surprised they don't got emotes in this game, or do they? I don't think they do. I can't find any. That's good. Fuck emotes. YouTube! Why have you not collapsed yet, YouTube? Done so much to get these fuckers to collapse, but they never do. That's all I want. What is this shit? Oh god, another one. Just everywhere.
The Minecraft movie came out today, and for the first time in a very, very long time, I was the only person in a theater for the screening. I was the only poor soul subjecting themselves to the torture of the Minecraft movie on debut here. I cannot remember the last time this happened where there was nobody else in a theater with me. Like, last year I saw something called Bagman, which I guarantee none of you watching this have ever even heard of. It was this complete throwaway, probably AI-generated horror movie that I went and saw on debut, and there were still like at least 15 people there. It's fucking 5:30 on Minecraft movie day, sacred holiday.
The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol isn't involved in regular patrol duties around Fontaine. The people we're after aren't exactly the type who just pop up on the street.
There's nobody here to hear it or see it. I felt almost ashamed. A 30-year-old man sitting in darkness watching the Minecraft movie all by his lonesome. My god. And the movie's not good, by the way. However, this movie doesn't feel like it's some lifeless husk put together by suits that are unfamiliar with the property they're adapting, like with the Halo TV series. It really does feel like everyone that worked on this film is very familiar not only with Minecraft, but the Minecraft community. There's a lot of references, there's imagery, and there's Easter eggs for things that the Minecraft community will absolutely recognize and really appreciate, which I think is a very cool thing. But unfortunately, the movie itself just doesn't do much in general. It really reminds me of what video game movies used to be back in like the early 2000s, before they figured out that they can make video game movies good. I understand it's a movie for children. That doesn't mean that it has to suck. Like, it doesn't have to be terrible. And I understand I'm not...
You spent $16,024 on going out to eat.
I normally just go to Nobu in Vegas.
This is 4% of your spending. But even so, you bring in $2 million a month, so you cook food?
I'll cook my dog's food, but for my food, it's easier just to DoorDash, because going to the store and then cooking it will actually lose me money and time.
Yes, at your level, absolutely.
She is completely correct. She's making so much money that her time is so valuable that any time she spends not doing her thing that makes her money, she is losing money. In her case, it actually makes more sense to have a private chef to cater food every single meal, even if it costs her hundreds of dollars for like a few scrambled eggs. That saves her money. That's mind-blowing.
You spent $16,024 on going out to eat.
I normally just go to Nobu in Vegas.
Trump literally does not give a fuck about the tariffs.
To be incredibly interesting, and I think you will as well. CNN just released a piece titled "Inside Trump's Defiant Response to Market's Tariff Meltdown," You know, it's been a long-ass day. It's been a long week, especially if you're tied to the markets in any capacity, which more than half of Americans
These
are
just
through their
the best
401ks.
snack.
And you know,
They're easy to
Trump
carry
ended
with
the
you
week
and go
off
with so
by
many
golfing.
sauces.
This dude was golfing, enjoying himself, and he
I'm
has
gonna
been
go
quite
buy
defiant as not only the
Be right
domestic
back.
markets meltdown, but the global markets meltdown around him, and it was all totally unnecessary. I keep using that word. It was so unnecessary. There was no reason whatsoever. And attached to this article, there's a video of Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking today, saying that tariffs are highly likely to increase inflation.
Looking ahead, higher tariffs will be working their way through our economy and are likely to raise inflation in coming quarters. While uncertainty remains elevated, it is now becoming clear that tariff increases will be significantly larger than expected. And the same is likely to be true of the economic effects, which will include higher
The musket
inflation and
is my
slower
favorite
growth.
weapon. It's both powerful
The size and
and
duration of
threatening.
these effects remains
Sometimes the
uncertain.
latter trait is far more useful.
While tariffs are highly likely to generate at least a temporary rise in inflation, it's also possible that the effects could be more persistent. Avoiding that outcome would depend on keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored, on the size of the effects, and on how long it takes for them to pass through fully to prices. Our obligation is to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored, and to make certain that a one-time increase in the price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem.
I mean, well said by Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Now, Trump is trying to pressure him to lower interest rates. It's all just a mess. Let's check out this article. President Donald Trump's sweeping new tariffs are facing blowback from all corners, a market sell-off, foreign retaliation, anger from corporate America, and skepticism from the Federal Reserve Chairman and some allies in Congress. Republicans, a few nights ago,
these stoves are
signed
just
on
the
to a
best
bill in
snack.
the Senate to
They're
try
easy
to
to
stop the
carry with
tariffs
you and
against
go with
Canada.
so
They know
many
it's bad.
sauces.
The president has been defiant in the face of global turbulence. Let's go back to this photo of
Be
him.
right back.
The dude doesn't care. His eyes are like swollen shut. He doesn't seem to care whatsoever. But let's continue reading this. Instead, the president chose to begin his day on the golf course in Florida. The financial markets were already falling by the time he left his Mar-a-Lago resort for a short ride to the Trump International Golf Club. And we have exclusive sources on what Trump's day looked like and how he responded as the markets melted down and as pressure mounted. He waved to onlookers as his presidential limousine rolled through the gates. And here's a clip of the JP Morgan executive saying inflation and recession are much more likely from tariffs. I won't play this because I've talked about this extensively in other videos, but while the president has traveled to Florida nearly every weekend since taking office, he chose to leave the White House a day earlier than normal, creating a split screen and being on golf course in one of the wealthiest enclaves in America as economic worries deepened. I don't mean to pull this really cliche card because we say this all the time, but just imagine if President Biden had done this during his 4 years, if while we were on the verge of a recession, he was chilling in Florida golfing. And I know President Biden took vacations, but President Biden also, along with the Fed Chair Jerome Powell, stuck a soft landing and left the economy in a pretty great position while also passing a historic amount of legislation through Congress. Trump has passed nothing, and by this point in Biden's presidency, he passed the $2.8 trillion American Rescue Plan. U.S. stocks plunged a second day straight after China said Friday it would impose 34% reciprocal tariffs. Absolutely wild, way higher than all experts thought. The Dow closed with a massive direction, down more than 10% from its record high in December. A White House official said the president's, quote, full attention was on the tariff policy Friday. Not only the tariff policy, but how many hits it takes to get the golf ball in this hole. It's just absolutely wild. The official dismissed the suggestion that Trump was rattled by the market reaction, saying the president has long warned of a short-term pain created by his tariff vision. But the thing is, Trump's multiple all-caps Truth Social posts this morning painted a different story. He said, China is panicking. Why are they panicking? It was just a clear display of projection in the moment. On Thursday afternoon, Trump said countries were already coming to him to make deals, but his message Friday morning sounded different. Quote, too many investors coming into the United States and investing massive amounts of money. My policies will never change. He then said this is a great time to get rich. Richer than ever before, basically begging people. Now here's where we get into the behind the scenes stuff. Really quickly, if I could just ask you to make sure you subscribe to the channel. I know I keep showing this chart, but I'm very proud. Because of you guys, our channel got into the top 10 fastest growing political channels on the entirety of YouTube for Q1 of 2025. I'm right below Joe Rogan and right above Megyn Kelly, Charlie Kirk, Tucker Carlson. So make sure you subscribe. Let's continue growing. Back to the article. While the president sent several messages throughout the day, an advisor said Trump was intentionally not speaking publicly or taking questions on camera as the trading markets remained open on Friday. Even though the White House has kept up a strident defense on its tariff strategy, a rising sense of frustration and anger at the universal global reaction was troubling. Quote, the president isn't guided by the market.
Look how shiny it is! 2 different ones!
Right now, I think the whole world has awoken to inflation, to anxiety, to war, to currency debasement, to political and geopolitical, to divisiveness, all of these things that are spinning and spinning and spinning in every different direction. And all of a sudden, people are waking up. So the metal that used to flow to the U.S. from the UK and Australia and Austria and South Africa, it's not anymore. And within a matter of the last few weeks, getting product has become really frighteningly difficult. I guess I could sum it up in one sentence, and that is that the price is in nowhere even the same ballpark, a reflection of demand, which is many times greater than what the price would tell us. As one of only 27 U.S. Mint authorized resellers in the world for 30 years, we've been doing this for 33.
The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol isn't involved in regular patrol duties around Fontaine.
What's really interesting,
the people we're after aren't exactly the type who just pop up on the street.
Piper in this industry, and he talks about the allocation of metals ownership in the United States from the Harvard Endowment Fund all the way down to Joe Sixpack is less than 0.5%. So it's the pimple on the elephant. What happens when the elephant turns around and says, my God, look what's happening. I need some gold and silver, and like that, it's over. And I've been saying this for 2 years. I've been saying for 2 years that product is getting hard to get, that getting clients is easier than getting product. It never was that way. And this market will ultimately define itself by an inability to source product. I've been saying that because I see this event mathematically and economically and logically ultimately coming. And I get a lot of heat for it. Yeah, you're talking your book. No, I'm not. I'm seeing what's coming. And if this is what it's like when there's not even 1% of the public has assets
so many
in metals,
sauces.
what happens if it gets to 5%, below 5%, which would represent a tenfold increase in demand in the United States? And much like the open interest on COMEX right now being 1,750% greater than the registered bars in the vault, that's what's going to happen. The word rehypothecation, the word where you think you're going to have access to gold, you're not. Add silver, and I think it's only going to get worse as people wake up to what's coming. The physical market is incredibly liquid. I mean, I would love it if someone called and said, I have $10 million worth of silver bars to sell you. I'd pay them as fast as they could blink. And I think that's an environment where product is literally disappearing as fast as anything I've ever seen. And it's concerning. It really is. And I think it also perhaps is a precursor to what's coming next.
The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol isn't involved in regular patrol duties around Fontaine. The people we're after aren't exactly the type who just pop up on the street.
There is a growing coalition of countries that are moving against the Western hegemony. And I think this is the most important thing in the world, that, you know, when you take a look at the Belt and Road Initiative with all 13 of the OPEC member countries on it, when you take a look at the BRICS nations, who Saudi Arabia just came out while in a meeting in South Africa and said, we are going to join the BRICS. South African president and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia both acknowledge this. When you see these are the countries that produce all of the world's commodities, they produce them, they import them, they are money to them. When you see the fact that you have a Moscow
These are just the best snack. They're easy to carry with you and go with so many sauces. Actually, I'm gonna go buy some. Be right back.
Set silver at $50, $75, $100, and bang, like that, all of the Western markets would arbitrage.
Bro, what I do? What's up with you, my boy? You good?
Got this for some.
Damn, this shit is crazy, bro. What the, bro?
See that?
Go on. Shit, you trying to sell this shit?
Yeah, I'm trying to let it go.
You know we carry these dudes? Don't even store.
I'm not even sure no more. I had it for a while now.
That's
first chains that I bought.
Yeah, let me check it for you, bro.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Don't scrape it up too much.
It's okay, but this, a lot of people think this dancing really dancing. Yeah, I need to know what I'm buying, right, bro? So this one is... So this one is 14, bro. 14 carats. You don't know how many carats on diamond? This is a lot.
I paid like 72 when I first got it.
72? Natural diamonds.
The musket is my favorite weapon. It's both powerful and threatening. Sometimes the latter trait is far more useful.
70 carats on diamonds. To be honest, the most I can offer for this is about 50K, bro.
That's too low, bro. You can't meet me in like maybe like 556, something like that.
It's tough, bro. This is heavy, man, but you know, I'm paying a lot for the diamonds and the gold. I can try to do 53, maybe. You take 53.
We could do 53.5. Listen, though.
53.5?
Yeah.
You can provide ID too, bro. All right, bro. Gotcha.
Big
bro.
shit,
What up, dude? What's up with you, my boy?
Chillin'.
You good?
Got this for some.
Damn, this shit is crazy,
Big
bro.
shit,
What the, bro?
See that? Good quality diamonds on.
Right, because like I said, they'll have their people who are out of shape and nobodies, and probably need to get on a treadmill and do some running and actually do some fitness. Maybe the Atkins diet. So they have them and they'll have them run their mouth, right? And basically, like I said, the fake owners and managers, they know that they messed up because, well, you just don't do that. You don't run your mouth at Tyrese Nate. It doesn't matter who you are, you know what I mean? Especially, like I said, when I have the power to put any business or establishment, out of business. And I have the power to completely expose everything that you're doing that's illegal or corrupt or just not right or, affecting other people like me. So, like I said, I'm going to say this one more time, right? Wherever I go and I'm doing something, if I'm busy, leave me alone. Don't say nothing to me. Okay? Unless you're being polite. And for sure, don't be walking up on me. That's just common sense, right? Number two, right? If I'm eating, for sure don't say nothing to me at all. You just don't do that, right? And it's just basic manners and respect, right? To take it a little further, number three, if I have a conversation, right, with one person, right, and we come to a conclusion, that's the conclusion and that's the conversation. Nobody else has the right to then walk up thereafter and try to ignore the conversation and conclusion that was already agreed upon and then act like I owe them something or I'm acting some way when they have an attitude, right, and they're acting some way, and then they try to overtalk me and project. And like I said, I'm not going to let nobody overtalk me. Feel me? So now everybody knows what it is, right? And now, just like everybody, you all know who you're talking to. That's number one. So
The musket is my favorite weapon. It's both powerful and threatening. Sometimes the latter trait is far more useful.
Right. As if you wish.
It's that simple. You're going to respect me. You're going to let me eat in peace. And it's just that simple. I don't care about this fake online stuff. I don't care about anything. I don't care.
You seem to care about it.
And like I said from day one, in Avex, I've already completely backed up.
Closing in.
Sure. Yeah, right. so-called women.
always them. They're the issue. I'm just being honest with you. You know, if they weren't the issue, I wouldn't have to talk about it. And I want to use an example of something I watched online.
Come on.
This Daryl Brooks case, I think is his name, right? This is a public hearing, public case, whatever.
Come on.